Hey buddy, it's Steve back in Surviving Mars Relaunched, bringing an emergency supply pod down, which I'm not a big fan of because I am kind of in deep trouble already, just less than an hour into this colony. I'm running out of, correction, I'm out of materials. I think Russia got the first human on Mars. Wow, I missed out on 2. Again, launching the rocket from Mars, that is 100% on me because I did not bring up fuel with my first rocket. That actually was a massive mistake that I made. I should have actually gotten this done up a heck of a lot sooner. I am working on advanced Martian engines right now. That's going to allow me to reduce significantly the cost of this rocket, getting it out of here. Let's go ahead and bring Hey back. Now I do want to try, keyword in this video, I want to try to maybe get some trading set up. I want to get something set up. Probably going to build another landing pad over here after this guy leaves. Then hopefully be able to start moving stuff around a little bit and doing a little better than I'm doing right now, because I do have plenty of concrete at the moment. I've actually got some to spare, and I'm going to be using that hopefully to trade stuff around. For the moment, thankfully, we have no disasters coming at us at the moment, but of course that can change in a bloody heartbeat. You have metals aboard. Let's go ahead and I'm going to set up another Universal Depot right here, but I'm going to turn off fuel. And this is actually what the Universal Depot UI looks like now. I didn't mention this in the last playthrough, but that's what it looks like. And we can, obviously extend it out there. I'm going to put requesting 5 at all of these sites, because we do actually have a lot of metals that need, places to go. And as long as I've got some metals available to me, that's just going to be fine and dandy. Scanning all the sectors is going to help.
Warning, meteor incoming.
Show me. Oh, that's fine. Ish. Yeah, we're fine. Yeah, a lot of meteors already, but I did select Armageddon as one of the game rules for this, so yeah, I'm getting what I deserve at this point. Plan right now with this dome.
Warning, meteor incoming.
These are upside down. And this sensor tower is completely useless to me because I don't have any electronics right now. I don't even have the ability to bring more electronics down, which is kind of a problem for this drone hub because, I kind of need electronics, don't I? Again, these are upside down. Don't know why. I'm okay. Do I have an active meteor storm? I've got a lot of meteors coming down right now. I think there was a meteor storm at the end of the last video. I'm a little confuzzled by this. And let's go ahead and take a look at the council. What do I have? 14 hours, BSC. Complete the Capture Meteor Special Project. Make profits exporting and economy and industry laws. They are only 2 seats, but I really think they can just... Yeah, I'm more than a minute. They can just kind of fuck off. They're not happy right now. They're not even one of my colonies. I'm more than happy to trade with them. But again, I kind of need materials with which to, spend that. I've got 24 of 50 here. I need to get 30 on board. And this guy's producing 12 per day. Okay, 20 hours. Yeah, this guy will have actually too much fuel. When this technology research is finished. I kind of wish that one of these meteors that was coming down... Bloody smart, I just forgot about that like a big old derp. Is that as I'm scanning these sectors out, that's pushing this on a little bit further. So we're doing that. We're going to go to Mars crowdfunding because I am actually going to need a little bit of extra cash sooner rather than later. I'm not really looking beyond that for research. Right now, I'm just trying to get this colony to a point where I can get it activated. Of course, getting this rocket out of here, big part of that. Huh? Why am I running at -1?
Research complete.
Why are you not... Oh, he's off. Overnight hours. Haha. Genius. Alright, I'm not gonna get any points again, unfortunately, for this. Kinda sucks. Decommission protocol is very helpful to get. Low-G turbines is very helpful to get. Let me get decommission protocol, though. Yeah, if I had the ability to send that rocket... Oh, I got the achievement for that. Let's go ahead and send you back to Earth. Bye-bye. Didn't get the achievement for it, unfortunately. So,
Council session open.
yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Open the session. Alright, so... That's kind of cool. Tech deregulation, additional positive thing. I kind of like that, but navigation's kind of fun. Rockets launched in an area around Centaur's reach destination 30% faster. I'm actually going to go for that one.
Passed.
Because if I decide to send this one off on one of the missions, like all of these ones that I've got here, I'm probably going to go Project Alpha, honestly. So it's going to take me 3 days, unfortunately, to get enough fuel for this. But going to get a breakthrough, kind of a good thing. I'm kind of on board for that, because I need breakthroughs. I need something that's going to help this colony grow a little bit. Let's also, talking about growing, let's go ahead and put a rocket. I'm going to put you right there, I think. Right there. That seems like a cool place to put something. I've got the concrete for it. I'm most likely going to offer concrete, maybe metals, for a trade. There's actually quite a bit of metal up here, underground. Yeah, definitely need to get some RC stuff going for that part of it. And then we can also start getting stuff down here. Oh, I totally forgot I had a vaporator. Big old derpo on my part. So I'm going to put this guy down. This is actually going to allow extra fuel or water production. I mean, this guy's going to be working in the overnight hours. Really important for me. You guys are needing some for maintenance. Oh, exploration loss. We got the 200 research boost for that. Love it. Just double checking what else is available for me. There's the hypersensitive photovoltaics breakthrough I got in the last video. Let's work on getting a Moxie built up.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
Power. That's fine. As I start producing machine parts and whatnot, I'll obviously be able to do something with that. I'm going to need a lot of machine parts. So I think the plan is right now...
Research complete.
Yay. A little bit of extra cash. Always goes a long way. Could come back down with some electronics. And would be really good, actually. Taking a look at the planetary view. This one, the SETI satellite. If I come up with, let's say, 40 electronics, I can get... Yeah, because $1 billion is 50 electronics. I can come back up with like 40 or 45 electronics, grab the metals, grab the fuel, go do the SETI satellite mission, get the $2 billion to get the 100 electronics to do the high-speed comm satellite. There's actually quite a bit that could be done here. Gotta remember that now that tab is my resupply and not P. We'll go ahead and do that. And how much do you actually... Can you hold 200? I don't think... Oh, he can only hold 90. Interesting. So if I bring up 40... I do want to bring an electronics factory up, but wow, interesting. It does not give me the option to do a standard electronics factory or machine parts factory. It only gives me the option for the small ones right now. Interesting. They've changed that part of the game too. That's kind of cool. Oh, and here's the in-colony stuff. Don't need that. Don't need that necessarily immediately. Yeah, I'm just going to bring up 40. That's going to take up a bunch, but again, I'm going to need the electronics for this guy. No question. And we have to do extractor amplification. I'm not getting that one done. I'll try for it, but I mean... Yeah, no, it's not going to happen. That's BSCs anyway. Yeah, they're going to be pissed. I really don't care right now. Ooh. That one I do need, though. Earth-Mars Initiative. Increasing sponsor research by 100 goes quite a bit of a long way in the long run. So getting it early, I think, is the way to go. So that rocket's going to come up here. We're waiting on fuel for this. Need to get a way to... Really need to get more fuel refineries up, or... Well, let's see, that'd be an engineering tech, methinks? It might be down here. Or it could be physics. I'm trying to remember where all of them are. Grab some water real quick. I'm I'm out of water. That's fun. Probably should refill between recording the last video and this one. Yep, I'm actually recording these guys back to back. Let's go ahead and put another... I'm going to put 2 here. I want to have 4 of these guys up and running at a time. And then once that other rocket does arrive, I'll go ahead and rebuild this guy just to increase the sensor tower radius.
Scan.
Got some research. Yay. That technology, or that upkeep, is kind of awesome. Getting extra research every time you scan out a sector. That was the one that was initially scanned. Gotcha. I'm very curious how this is going to work when I actually... I could do that too. Since I have an RC transport, I have an RC commander, and I'm going to be bringing up a bunch of electronics, I could theoretically actually do that plan I talked about in the last video of building that line of sensor towers along the ridge. I have that ability now. Wasn't really thinking about it.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
Yeah, we're fine. Probably build another one, honestly.
Insufficient resources.
Yeah, they're kind of pissed off. Let them be. Alright, what do you guys want? Complete the Capture Meteor Special Project and enact economy and industry laws. Do I have any that are worth it? Laws, here we go. Economy and industry. So heavy workload. I could do that, or the Capture Meteors project, which Capture Meteors, fine in theory, but this causes a meteor storm. And I really don't want that in my colony right now, because looking at what happened in the last video and already in this video, I'm going to be dealing with some of that stuff. I am noticing, though, just clicking between the screens, you'd probably notice it too at this point in the video, there is a little bit of a graphical hiccup that happens when I'm switching between screens. Devs, if you're watching this video, hi. Just letting you know that is something that's going on my playthrough of the game. Other players and creators might be seeing that as well. Just letting you know. Now we're going to go ahead and set up high-speed launch SETI satellite. Alright, so this one already has the 30 electronics on board. It's going to need 50 of the 87 metals that I have for this. That's fine. But I'm going to go ahead and grab some metals here. And I'm going to grab...
Council session open.
Alright, heavy drone workload. Economy and industry. Wow. Man, everybody wants that one gone. That does cost a bit, though. I don't need any of these right now. Can I just, like, not pass a law? I mean, this is helpful. That's... Ooh. I like the rocket speed deregulation just to get the rockets going a little bit faster. Interesting. That's 50 million per soul, which I don't have. I'm going to prep that one, because I think I could probably do some with that. BSC still wants me to do extract amplification just to placate them. I will go ahead and queue that up after decommission protocol. Need to get outsourcing greenlit. That's kind of a kick in the head, as I need that one going to your heavy drone workload. You're at 4. I'm going to move you just a little bit over. That's going to put you in range. Awesome.
Sector scan.
I need 5 electronics. I have 5 electronics over here. Grab those 5 electronics from me, please. Okay, come with me. I'm going to bring you down here. And bring the rest over there. I'm packing up those drones so I can just reassign them to my drone hub. And then once this guy gets the last 4 fuel here in a moment, he's also getting fuel. Whoops, let's deprioritize him. Because he needs 80 fuel for his mission. I just need 4. So I think you know where I'm going to go with this. We're going to go ahead and put the rovers down here. We're going to build those. We're going to start working on the towers. And the reason that I have 9.5 is because this guy got a rebuild. That's totally fine. I could decommission protocol and get half an electronic back for this if I really, really need to.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
Yeah, we're not actually pumping too much into the grid during the day. That's okay. Why you? Oh, interesting. I just realized this. Is that the percentages on him tell you how much material they have. You don't have any. Oh crap! He took a drone off at him.
Heavy drone workload.
He's fine. So he's just gonna grab one, run back and forth, run back and forth. So I'm putting in one in F1, and then I'm gonna move up to F3, and then probably E4. So I got one there.
Funding received.
Yeah, a little bit of cash from the Codex. Come up here, come up here. And this is how I usually do this. I like how this works because just by having them spaced out, you get more things scanned. The scans go faster, and you work towards completing those objectives just that little bit faster in the process. We got a breakthrough coming down. Fingers crossed it's something good. Come on, superior pipe, superior cables. Extractor AI. God, no. No, I don't like cloning. Good vibrations is actually okay in this situation because we have a lot of disasters. And then design forestation. Newly grown forests have a chance to spawn vistas and research sites. This is good in the later game, but I'm going to take good vibrations right now.
Breakthrough discovered.
I do not like the options that I had there. That is just frustrating. Okay, wow, we have to go up and around this way.
Complete.
Okay, cool. Earth-Mars initiative is done. Okay, cool. I do feel a little off-kilter with this because the keys that I grabbed in the last video, they didn't do like a full, here's a whole extra line of research. It was 1 or 2 technologies each, and that threw me off. I do kind of like it, though. I do like that it's like, oh, here's a bunch more. Here's a bunch more stuff to work with. It's very much here's a couple more. Here's a couple more. Here's a couple more. It doesn't mean you can just grab all the keys and be like, okay, we have all the keys, problem solved. No, it actually makes you kind of have everything close by. I'm also going to add a switch in here, just real quick. Life support. I want a pipe valve right there. I'm just going to put that as a valve there, because in case something goes wrong down here, I can turn that off and reduce the loss of materials here.
Warning. Insufficient resources. Heavy drone workload.
We'll be fine, we'll be fine. Alright, new sensor tower up, yeah. Come on up here, please. Come on up here, please. I'm just setting these up to make sure we get all this stuff scanned out a little faster. Now we got that going. Let's start working on getting our colony set up, because we're going to need that going. You could go apartments, or don't. I recommend you don't, because you're going to need the colonists to be relatively comfortable. So we're going to go ahead and put that in there. We're going to have a living complex. I'm going to need to bring up some geologists for this. So let's go ahead and make sure we've got some stuff provided for them. One of the comments I got on the post I made on the Surviving Mars subreddit, this is going to be part of the video that I put out. It talks about like the holy trinity of structures. You're going to need you're going to need a diner. You're going to need an infirmary. You need a grocer and a garden.
Heavy drone workload.
That takes care of most of the needs of your colonists. Okay, so rocket deregulation. What can I do here? Concrete extractor, law office, or donor ministry. I could do a concrete extractor. But they only get me 2 votes. Let's prep this heavy... No. I need to prep outsourcing. I'm actually gonna prep outsourcing, and then... How about I try to keep this faction from getting super duper pissed at me? I'm gonna pivot just for a second on that. Alright, so we got one there. I'm gonna put one in D6 too. Let's put that up there. I only grabbed 5, so I got 1, 2, How many do I have on board? I can only do one more, I think. I can do two more. So I'll put one there, and I'll put the last one way up here. That way, the drone. That way I can figure out, okay, what are the 5 I'm going to have? Find where you guys are hiding out. Over here.
Drone workload.
I'm not worried about the heavy drone workload on this. It's just like grab a couple things and go.
Scan.
All right. Research. Space-wise, going to go for food. That's fine. I could definitely beeline it, and that's probably what I'm going to have to do down here. All right.
Warning. Insufficient resources.
And the dome is not on, by the way. So I'm going to need some extra power to keep these guys happy. I'm actually going to go with a large turbine here. These guys produce a little more power, a little more oomph. And I'm going to leave that little square alone. There's a little hex right there. I'm going to leave that one alone because I actually want to put in a scrubber down the line for that. That's going to be good, I think. Yeah, we actually need a rocket available to send people back to Earth. I don't have that at the moment because this guy is taking up all of the fuel. I'm going to go ahead and deprioritize him, keep him at a higher priority, get the money to get this guy back up to Earth, and then we'll go ahead and get stuff going. We have 10 jobs available right now, so we're going to be able to have medical checks to keep people working. Grocer, diner, and then the underground metals. So we're going to mine the metals, send that back to Earth to get some cash, and that's going to help fund our colony for the time being. It's going to take a little bit for us to get up and running. Ooh, breakthrough. And a key. Sweet. Shot amplification's going. I'm not big on wasting, air quotes, technologies on stuff that I'm not going to be using right away, because this is something I'm not going to be using right away. In fact, I'm burning through my concrete. I'm down to 90 here. Can you reach that? No, you can't. Yeah, we're going to get Pioneer 3 back to Earth. I'll send him back. I'll set this up as a trade. Probably send concrete off, maybe for food, just so my colonists have something to eat when they get here. They're going to come in and bring their own food with them, but not a ton of food. That, or I do a train down there. And I think a train over to this would be pretty damn good. We also have the other underground entrance down here in Sector I-2.
Anomaly found.
Got another one down there? Sweet. Okay. We already had this one pop up. Sustained workload is good. Prefab confession's okay. I'm kind of leaning sustained workload on this, just because my colonists are most likely going to be struggling for a little while. And if I need to have them on a heavy workload, then so be it. Decommission protocol, biotech. I need to get this one up and running. Be very helpful. But one... No, it's just for regular scanning. It does not say deep scanning on that. So I'm not going to be able to double up on everything once I get the deep scanning tech unlocked. I was just thinking about that for a second. Yeah, still short on water. Both me and my colony short on water. It is a problem. Alright. But definitely going to... I'm just going to kind of lay the groundwork for this guy down here. Turn it off.
Cold wave approaching.
Goddamn!
Scan.
Prioritize subsurface heating. Just automatic. This guy has to get subsurface heated. There's no question. This colony's gonna freeze its ass off for a bit.
Heavy drone workload.
Yeah, this guy's gonna be fine. But it's 3 days. He's got to make 28 fuel in time. That's totally okay. Definitely gonna be turning stuff off in the overnight hours, and definitely not gonna be amplifying anything for a while, because I need to make sure that subsurface heating is up and running. Something got revealed. It was automated storages. Okay. Actually, let me just grab decommission protocol and just like make sure it's done real quick. Hell yeah, more research. I'm grabbing both. I'm gonna start grabbing these guys and get them researching, because it's the only way this colony's gonna survive at this rate.
Research complete.
Yeah. Alright, this guy is going to need... Nope, that was decommission protocol unlocked. El Derpo. 15 metals, 5 machine parts. Do I have? No, I don't.
Session open.
Alright, let me do some goddamn outsourcing. Negotiate. I gotta try for it.
Vote passed.
Us!
New
Okay.
faction opportunity.
Adaptive probes and fuel compression. I absolutely need that one, but I'm going to do subsurface heating first. That's going to increase the cargo space and get us enough to get those extra 10 electronics to do that mission, to do the high-speed comm satellite mission. Important to get. Cold wave start.
Sector scan.
Interesting. It says it's doubling up on this too. I've noticed that. What if I got queued up next? Okay, fuel compression. If I get the high roll and new commanders, these will give you one of three. You're going to get 1,000, 1,250, or 1,500 research from each of these guys. That's why I'm hoping I get a high roll. It was a mid roll, 1,250. That did get subsurface heaters done, and now I'm already halfway through getting fuel compression done, which is going to help out space-wise. They want adaptive probes over there, and that's here. Not going to grab it just yet. GHG factor would be kind of cool too. I'm going to grab low G turbines. And I'm actually going to scan that.
Anomaly found.
What we got? Odd. It says another anomaly. So like, oh, sweet. Okay, I must have been just ahead of it. I'm really not worried about losing out on these things. I just don't have the time and resources with which to do it. 9 left here. I'm gonna need to bring up a supply pod, unfortunately, with some machine parts and a couple of electronics. But getting the colonists up here, which they're gonna beat me to these things, and it kind of sucks. In that biotech, I actually do need to research water reclamation because I have to find the farm down here. I could do ranches.
Faction promise kept.
Boom. Damn, like a bunch of stuff happened there. Cool. Low G turbines is done. Did I complete 2 techs at once? There's the low G hydrosynthesis. This will actually give me the fuel refinery that I need. It's great. Let's queue him at 2. Hygroscopic vaporators. That's good for the moist vaporator singular that I've got over here. Are you ready to go yet? You're still waiting on stuff. Fun. Alright, 2 days left. I will go ahead and drop him down. I'm just going to plan him out here. I'm not going to have him be built proper. I'm just going to bring in a bunch of the materials to have him be built. Wow, that stuff is moving quick. Okay, turn it off. I got 5 metals left. Most of them, unfortunately, are over here. Another one? Holy cow. I got 3 beakers over here. It's getting a little better. That's going to use polymers to increase power production. Kind of helpful with what I'm dealing with at the moment. I've got 6 polymers. Let's go ahead and grab one of these beakers. I usually like the beakers when it's like, oh, I need to research something super ass quick. And then I grab it and I'm done. And it's really helpful. Not the case here. Wait a minute, hang on a second. Resources from Mist. Resources from Monsoon. Picnic I don't have. Rain is resources. Okay. So, Pioneer 1 is going to be my rocket that's going to stay Mars side for a little bit. Just because Pioneer 3 is going to need to run back to Earth. It's going to need to go get some colonists to bring him up here. Probably at the end of this cold wave, which is going to be next video, just looking at the time for this. I know my first video was like 42 minutes long. This one, I'm going to try to keep it back down closer to the 30-minute mark because I do think 30 minutes is, again, in my opinion, the right amount of time for folks, because you can turn these videos on and you're like, oh, I just have to, I've got a half-hour lunch break, whatever, I'll put this on. That's why I try to keep these videos the length that they're at. And I also want you to see what my thought process is and all this stuff. Are you going to need concrete for maintenance once this thing thaws out anyway? Works for me. 1 Sol 10, you're ready to go. God damn it. The whole board flares up in red warning signs. Emergency rocket launch abort initiated. Quick troubleshooting reveals that a short circuit has completely fried the board computer, leaving the rocket in a damaged state. You quickly notify your sponsor of the potentially disastrous consequences of the failed launch. Luckily, they lose no time in greenlighting 5 free supply pods and $500 million to help funding the mission through this situation. I need 10 electronics to fix this bleeping
Milestone
thing.
failed.
Yeah, no shit. I just lost another... Barrowman! Okay, supply pod. I got 500 million bucks with which to work here. I mean, that's all the money right there. Let's go ahead and bring this up. So I need to take all 10 of these electronics that I'm bringing up. Thankfully, I've got a couple of extra... I got some machine parts that are here, but... Great, all my electronics just went out the bloody door. I am frustrated.
Research complete.
I am Jack's frustration. Hey, that's a good thing. I got a scout of research there. Water reclamation, good. Low G hydrosynthesis, I probably should have actually put that to the top of the list to get that one done. New trade route. Russia offering 350 food for 50 electronics. I have 0. This is why BSC is a good one, I think at least. I'm going to use some polymers on this to increase power production, because I'm going to be super short once this cold wave hits. Come on, can you bring... Hey, come on back up here. Let's go ahead and dump you off. Thank you. Yeah. Scan it all the way up there, and then I'll go ahead and start scanning the low ground. Unlikely I'm going to be doing anything in the low ground for a while. Got some money from the Codex. Thank you. Okay. Did I find farms yet? I did find farms. Oh my god. Okay. So, my wife and I, we had this running joke. When we were first dating about a decade ago, we went and saw The Martian in theaters. And I was having a discussion with her a couple of nights ago, and we were trying to remember who wrote the book, who wrote The Martian. And the joke was in our marriage is that, like, we went and saw it when we were dating. I got it on Blu-ray, and I asked her, like, hey, do you want to watch The Martian? Like, I got this Blu-ray for it. And it's always been that joke of, like, you don't remember us going to see this movie on a date. And it took me a while to figure out, like, who the hell wrote the book. And it's Andy Weir, and I'm going to tell her as soon as I hang up here, or as soon as I end this video. Yeah, let's just...
Vote passed.
Sure. Does it... Okay, this actually increases... That actually helps. So now it's 18 instead of... because you don't have to build a nursery anytime soon. Alright, we got the materials to fix this. Get the hell out of here, Pioneer 3.
Orphan drones.
They're fine.
Heavy drone workload.
They're fine. Oh, man. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this guy up. Wrap up the video, because the next video I am absolutely going to be dealing with a disaster. Hooray. But it's also going to make sure this does not freeze. I'll have to increase its radius just a little bit to make sure that it doesn't leave this guy alone. But as long as you have these subsurface heaters, they do go a long way. I'd love to put something over here because this guy's going to take up 15 power. Essentially, take your power production on one of these guys and triple it. I'm going to make sure it's like 6 hexes because it'll actually be that one there. It's going to take 6.4 power, but I'm going to leave it on for the time being. And I'm also going to wrap up here. Next video, we go through the cold wave. We get this rocket up. We bring some colonists down. We get this colony going with a capital G. Like, comment, share, and subscribe if you enjoy this and all the videos that come out on the channel. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.